anybody have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
I don't.
Nope.
I'll make a motion.
Andy, Adam? Everybody in favor?
I,
Aye.
Okay, committee reports. We'll start with the Sheriff's Department. Adam, you wanna read that?
Sure. For September, had a total calls of 242 calls. 12 were investigations, 18 were disturbance calls, 6 for suicidal tendencies, 28 for suspicious activity, 6 for traffic accidents, miscellaneous calls dispatch was 41, theft was 4, well-being checks was 6, burglary was 4, pursuits were 1, alarms were 11, miscellaneous calls were 50, and all other calls were 55. There were 7 arrests, 4 for active warrants, 1 for possession of controlled substance, and 2 for assault, and 34 traffic stops, 20 for trespass investigation, and 14 for traffic violations. And that's the report.
Okay. Deb, you wanna introduce Jay and give the fire department report?
yes, this is our, Jay, you wanna stand up? This is our new fire chief, Jay Brown. He took over as of September 6th, so I wanted him to come here so that you'd have a face with a name. And if you have any questions after the board, feel free to ask him any questions. And let's see, the Turtle Lake Fire Department report for the month of September, they had 22 calls in total. 1 was a motor vehicle collision, 6 were falls, 2 were residential fires, 4 were sick individuals, 1 was a landing zone, stabbing, gunshot, penetrating trauma were 2, vehicle fire 1, chest pain 1, hemorrhage and laceration 1, unconscious person 1, overdose and poisoning 1, and dumpster rubbish fire 1. And their average response time from dispatch to apparatus on scene time is 9 minutes and 23 seconds. Jay's done a great job since he started, and I think he'll be a great asset to the Turtle Lake community.
Okay, Public Works Department. They've been really busy last few weeks fixing multiple washouts on gravel roads. We've had a lot of problems with culvert pipes being stopped up and washouts causing pretty major damage to the roads. They've been spending a lot of time fixing those. They did replace a couple street signs. Jean Court got one, and Rue Claudine, it looks like. They repaired a utility cut on Lafitte Drive, dragged the beaches. And we had a major incident on Lafitte by the boat ramp. There was 2 36-inch culvert pipes that had a washout after one of the major rains, and it collapsed. That took quite a bit of time. All the guys had to pull off, and it took a week to fix that. And they did an excellent job preparing for the fall festival. They did the mowing, the setup, and everything for that, and we got a really nice turnout for that. So that's about all on the Public Works Department report. And we got cash in the bank, our cash report. Cash in the bank as of 9/30/21 is $1,246,584.15 compared to last year, $1,099,810.03. A difference of $146,774.12. And we've collected 88% of the dues for 2021. So we're on a pretty good pace, and that's after all the road repairs and stuff we budgeted in for that. So we've done a lot come a long ways, and still $146,000 up. So we're in very good shape financially. Now we got Chris. Would you like to give the code enforcement animal control report?
For September, I picked up 5 dogs. 4 of them were returned to owner. 1 of them I still have in my care that I've been attempting to adopt out. A couple of people interested, but it's a tricky dog to get adopted. I've had 3 investigations being conducted in regards to animal abuse situations. 8 trespassers removed from the property. 9 tickets written to people with unstickered vehicles. 8 day passes written. I've been kind of avoiding doing that since that's really supposed to be the property owner's responsibility to get those day passes for their guests.
far as the committee reports, anybody make a motion to adjourn?
I will. Second.
Andy, Adam, all those in favor? Okay, now we'll go to questions. We had one question on the internet. Deb, you wanna read that out?
Yeah, it's from Mr. Allison, and it's regarding the home that's on St. Francis that, was burned in a fire. Mr. Allison states at last month's meeting, it was said that the board's lawyers had contacted the bank who holds the mortgage on the burned out house on St. Francis. Has there been any response from the bank as to whether the association can purchase that property? What plans do the board have to solve the problem of our community having burned out eyesore on our main street? It was also stated at last month's meeting that the bank had 30 days to respond, and that time has expired. If there has been no response, what is our next step? We did receive a letter from our lawyer, and there's also a bankruptcy involved with this home. And it's going to take 60 days for there to be a determination on the bankruptcy. So hopefully in November we'll be a little further in finding out what the association can do about that home that's on St. Francis. But right now it's a waiting game.
Any additional questions? Is there a sign up sheet? Okay, we got two on the sign up sheet here. Tyrone Cox.
Yeah. I have a question. Is the police department transcended from the commissionership?
Excuse me?
The sheriff's department, has it parted tear to lack yet? Like the commissioners, has it approved it yet?
I don't guess I quite understand what you're saying.
Okay, the sheriff's department,
Uh-huh.
and have they parted tear to lack now?
The sheriff's department is not part of Terry Law.
I'm just asking. I'm asking a question. The reason I'm asking a question here, I do have some concerns. Now, I'm not against anyone here. I live in a certain area that is questionable to certain things. Now, I brought things up because I'm a resident. And I look for certain things to happen. And when it comes to protection, or when it comes to, I guess what I'm saying is, I live over there, and I've lived over there, and I have come to the previous police department at Terre-de-Lac. I put my life on the line to tell them certain things. I can name 5, it can go on. It's all logged, 911 calls, everything, whatever. My problem is this, I have a problem with it because I've seen it. Now, on my street, I could go into detail, but I'm not trying to down my community. But I will tell you this, that even though I'm in the trailer park, I count. We count. I go to the office. I don't get it. What I don't get is, I guess the only person that welcomed me out here was Susie Kwan. I didn't get no welcome in here or anything. You know, I'm a decorated Marine. I said, I'm Gunnery Sergeant, Post-Ass Commander, 1st Battle Battalion. Now, I had 4 strokes because I had AFib. I got ridicule from the office. Well, and other things. I'm not here. What I'm saying, when I approach certain things over there, here's what I get. 1, I told them there's a problem with pills on my street. 2, and that we don't have enough manpower. 3, there ends up being a deaf guy dead based upon the pills that were sold to the lady. I also went to the police department and told them this, okay? I told them that there's problems here. Well, one of the officers ratted me out. I went to Mr. Bullock. I went to him, and I got cam scanner. I have a report of it. And that there, but my paperwork apparently didn't get filed. I also had another incident to where I had to take on 3 assailants at one of the, in a home that I lived there on top of the hill. Roy is one of our residents there. They both broke through his door. I'm there sitting. Roy had done some electrical work for me. I'm just sitting there. They bulldogged him, put him down. There's 3 of them that came right on in. Yes, I took them on. But you gotta understand, I'm disabled. I have AFib, I got thyroid, I got bulbar syndrome, but my point is being, this was sent to the police department. Okay, they get no trespassing. Now, you might wonder why I'm as adamant as I am. Home invasion, assault, whatever, then it's gotta get presented from Terry Lack to the prosecutor, which apparently didn't get it. Even though it was filed, it's all 911. What I'm saying here is true. But then I deal with over there, I try to present to the association, powers to be, we go the chain of command. And when I do, it's like, I took a payment plan one time, just to see certain things, but anyway. I live out here, but the thing is like, if you say something, how dare you? How dare say anything? I don't have an issue, each and every one of you, what you do, that's your own personal business. I live over on the street to where I'm at, just like the speed bumps, thank you for putting them out there, because I know the kids ain't gonna get hit or them cars being around. But we do have a situation over there, if there's gonna be the situation that's over there, the officers that made these reports and everything that went on, if they go to the sheriff's department, they transcend over there, they're the same ones that put me at risk. And I have a problem with that. Now, Mr. Bullock, he knows about this. He knows when I went in there. I'm not stating anything up here that isn't so, but I live over there at nighttime. At nighttime, when I dealt with this, I shouldn't have even had to dealt with the situation that took place. I know the witnesses that did what they did, and said, we get no trespassing, okay? Then I get a guy put it out there, we get a deaf guy that's dead because of pills, no, we don't have enough manpower. I get all that, but when you do present something, I'm the bad guy. I don't wanna be the bad guy. I wanna be the one that says, hey, there's certain things over there that's not right. If I say something to somebody, am I gonna be ridiculed? You know? Is it gonna be like, well, yeah, okay, you said something, guess what? We're not gonna say hi, yeah, we're not gonna do this, we're gonna shun and all this. I don't care, I live over there. And my question is the same police officers that were involved in the situation that goes on around here, if they do go to the sheriff's department, are the same ones that basically put us in the predicament on lawsuits and stuff like that. And I have a problem with some of that because you're just taking one situation to another. Whether you want to change police officers, new ones, bring them in. If you do transition to the sheriff's department and you retain those police officers, then I got a problem with some of that. I did present this. I did go through the chain of command. I did tell people. I told Cook. I told Callender. I told Bloom. Then I had some pull me over. We got a license plate. We can't do a read on your license plate. I did nothing. I got chewed out. No, you just hear where I'm coming from. I got chewed out for not having a motorcycle's license on, chauffeur's license on, a CDL license, sorry. I can't put one on there, to my knowledge. And that because it's a CDL, it's a federal license. Now, that's just one of several things that I've dealt with out here. I have no police record whatsoever. Always been honorable. I know people around here, DeSoto and everything, that I'm part of the community. You know, you don't know me, I've been gone 17 years, I was 17 years to deal with overseas and stuff, but I come here as a citizen, as a disabled veteran, hurt, or whatever that goes on. I should not have been taken on 3 assailants. I should not have had anybody having my back. It isn't your issue because it didn't happen to you. It's my issue that happened to me and my community. I got a nice deaf guy that he's no longer with us. I have there's another situation that has come up there several times in the trailer park, but sometimes, well, sooner or later, if no one's gonna listen, if no one wants to listen, what happened if it happened to your wife? What happened if it happened to your brother? What happened if it happened to your grandparents? Would it count then?
Mr. Cox, are these recent events or are these past events that have occurred in the last several years?
Yeah, they're recent.
They're this year.
Yeah,
This past year.
I even told Mr. Tilley at the police department we're having problems.
Kevin died in 17.
Now wait a minute. Oh please.
We have, wanna let you know, we're under contract. We have an MOU with the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department.
Okay.
And we have 4 of the same officers that we had that patrolled TDL before.
Okay.
And we have a new officer, but we are under contract, so they are St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. They do report directly to Bullock.
Well, okay.
I just wanted to explain that to you,
No,
just
I,
in case you didn't know.
that's fine, but in my, where I'm at, I'm not here to hash anything. When it first started, you said when it first started seeing things,
Mhm.
I went to Mr. Tilly and wasn't done, went to the second, where Mr. Rule,
Mhm.
and that, there was a meeting, you know, and trying to express with what took place with Mr. Cook and all these other things.
Mhm.
And then it just got more and more and more. My thing is when they were presented,
Mhm.
that nothing was taken to the prosecutor from the people making the police report
Right.
or anything.
A lot of times that's not so. A lot of times it does get taken to the prosecutor. It's up to the prosecutor to file the charges. That's a fact. I mean, that,
Well, this is a fact.
they
And
file
the
everything.
The prosecutor is gone because he
But
got
they do
voted
file,
out.
it's up to the prosecutor to file the case. They do, every bit of their paperwork is turned in.
Okay, based upon what is turned into them, is that correct?
Yes, but the prosecutor, I've
And who
seen,
turns it into the prosecutor?
our police officers do.
Okay, if they fail to do it, then what?
Listen, I'm not gonna argue with you over it, but they turn those in to the police
Sir?
officer. The prosecutor, is up to the prosecutor to file the charges or not. That's the way it
Sir?
works, yes.
I'm not arguing with you.
Okay, that's the way the procedure is done. I can't help what happened in 2018, it had to be at
Okay.
least 2018.
Okay, then we can say this, any lawsuit that you got was because of the police department prior, and you got the officers that were part of that group.
I don't.
Yeah, you know.
I haven't been here that long.
You bet you have.
I have?
Yeah, I came in, when I first came in, you don't remember me coming up here and saying that
I've
Times
been here,
Beach,
you've been here a year and a half up here. That's
but
it.
you don't remember me coming up here and saying to you
Certainly, I
that
remember
is
you
something.
complaining about this.
No, wait a minute. You don't remember me coming up here or the board and saying that everything's gonna be another Times Beach, the sheriff's department is gonna be put in charge and you ain't gonna have a police department. Well, all Terra de Lac heard me. And that's not true. And guess what happened? Terra de Lac's gone. I did present that. I did say that. I was doing a concerned citizen thing. You can shut me down, okay, that's fine. But what I was saying to you, I'm trying to say this to keep from any other things, because if they're not part of an insurance group right now, then we have an open insurance. If one of those police officers go, and there is somebody that sues, it's an open,
The police
When-
department, their insurance is now covered by the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. It's not covered by the association because they are under contract to us.
okay,
They
well,
are no longer employees of TDL.
okay, so the employees that used to be
Mhm.
Terra de Lac are with St. Francis County.
Yes.
Okay, but what got the lawsuits in, whatever, for the insurance,
Mhm.
came with the police on the ones that were on duty. That is my point. And then now they're with St. Francis County. If something happens, the sky's the limit when it comes to insurance on suing. Liability has just went through the roof. Now me, I come as a concerned citizen. But right away, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Because if one of the police officers is out of line
Mhm.
and does something to me,
Mhm.
you've had a full disclosure that you've been presented upon everybody else, that it was explained there are risk factors here.
Correct.
So that's all I'm saying. And Mr. Pratt, I know, I'm sorry that, you know, you don't know anything. And, you know, but I had to live it. I had to deal with it. I deal with it over there. But being a concerned citizen, it's almost like, don't bother me. That's the way I feel about it. But I'm sorry, just, if something happens out there in the trailer park and that, just because I'm a trailer park doesn't mean I'm not worthy of anything. No, I'm not a late owner.
You're right.
You know, I'm a human. I come out here to just retire, to be left alone, and all these things. But when you present something, a lot more things came out of it.
Mhm.
I don't want, you know, there were a lot of issues that dealt with, and when you did, you just got shut down, shut down, shut down. That's all I you know, it's like one time me and you was on the phone. I got called you dude. I'm sorry, I didn't mean nothing with that.
Yeah, what?
I called you dude, and you said, don't call me dude, I'm president.
No, I did not say
And that you said, anyway, and where I come from, dude was leadership like John Wayne,
Okay.
Clint Eastwood and all that, it didn't mean anything, so. But I just wanted to concern what happens is, what's going on over there, if nothing is to be done with the police department and things keep going on, I don't care if it's a sheriff. I don't care if it's security, I don't care. But we, you know, we don't have, it's pitch black over there. I mean, I know you said you didn't have anything for lights or anything, but it's like a dark zone over there. Can anything be done to help with that?
We can certainly look into it.
We can look into it.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I guess so, I don't really.
Frank, I'm not sure the last name, I apologize.
Is that Ferroni?
Frank.
I know, it's Mr. Ferroni.
I couldn't read it on there.
Good job. Okay, I'm on Lake Carmel, and I was just wondering if it was possible to maybe raise the spillway, maybe a couple of inches, so we keep more water in the lake.
That's a DNR rate, that's totally up to DNR on any spillway in Missouri over 30 feet. It's a major ordeal to change them a fraction of an inch.
Okay.
I mean, it's anytime we replace a spillway pipe or anything, that has to be engineered, they have to set a benchmark, and they are absolutely critical when they do DNR inspections. The dams are all engineered for a certain height, and that would be over, you know, a 50-acre lake. If you're talking 2 inches, you're talking a lot more hydraulic pressure against the dam, and that's where DNR gets involved especially ever since the Tom Salt collapse. That's a major ordeal.
I was just wondering,
Yeah.
since I'm in the shallows.
No, I understand, it makes sense, but
and
it's
then
not,
We don't get any rain,
yep,
I'm really in the shallows. And,
I understand.
everybody's got a pontoon boat, and you all circle around and socialize and everything. And, the water just keeps going over the spillway, and I get less water.
Yeah.
So, that's why I asked, but, okay, if you can't be done, it can't be done.
Yeah, they're very
No
strict on that.
problem.
We've had issues even putting walking bridges over the spillway at Capri before. They don't allow that either. But anything obstructing spillways of any kind, they're pretty strict on that. But it's a good point to bring up though. It makes sense. Okay, that's all we have here.